Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will discuss pragmatics, cognitive and corpus stylistics as branches of stylistics. Let's begin our today's lecture. First, we will discuss pragmatic stylistics. The various pragmatic approaches to text analysis, also basically functional in nature, emerged in the 1960s and have started playing a major role from the 1980s. In the beginning, stylisticians did not study the context when they analyze a text, because stylistics has roots in Russian formalism and new criticism. Or we can say that stylistics was influenced from Russian formalism and the new criticism. So when a new critic or a formalist studied the text, they kept aside the context, as well as the author background and the social and historical background of the text or of the author in which the text was produced. Then later on, the context also included when a stylistician analyzed a text. So later on, pragmatic became one of the branch of stylistic, and now formally we study it as pragmatic stylistics. So, like functional stylistics, pragmatic stylistics is concerned with language in use. As I told you that in the beginning, the stylisticians were not concerned with the context. But later on, they also included context when they analyzed a text. And the significance of contextual factors such as the linguistic, social, cultural, and authorial context of the production or reception of the text. So in the beginning, as earlier I mentioned, that the stylisticians, they did not study like the social and cultural background, okay, or like the linguistic background. They only focus on the text. But later on, when pragmatic became one of the branch of stylistic, now what happened, that the stylistician also studied the social, cultural and authorial context of the production of the text or reception of the text. Now we have the formal branch of stylistic, that is called pragmatic style, because pragmatics, that is language in use, or we study the invisible meaning of a text. So when we say the invisible meaning of the text, so we are talking about how language is used in context, right? Here we will continue with pragmatic stylistics. Pragmatic stylistics is a part of the manifestation of linguistic stylistics. This variety of stylistics shows the meeting point between pragmatics and stylistics, and that is how pragmatic resources such as performative and speech acts can be employed to achieve stylistics effects. So language is not only used to communicate, but language is also used to perform certain things, and we use then performative verbs, right? So here we have some pragmatic resources such as performatives and such as speech acts, and can be employed. So these pragmatic resources are employed in order to identify or to achieve stylistics effects. The application of pragmatic and stylistic theories to text analysis indicate a clear departure from how text was analyzed when modern linguistics began to develop. So it means that the text was analyzed differently with the beginning of modern linguistics. But now the text is analyzed differently when we apply pragmatic stylistics. So what is the crux of pragmatic stylistics? The crux of pragmatic stylistics is the focus on conversation as exchange, because there's exchange in conversation, right? Or interpersonal meaning and linguistic features such as speech act, discourse marker, politeness, strategies, etc., which make it useful approaches to drama and other types of text characterized by dialogue. So because most often we see that in drama, there are dialogue, and in dialogue there are exchange, right? Because in conversation we see there's exchange of views, right? One person presents his or her view, and another person presents his or her view, right? Now here we have another branch of stylistics, and that is cognitive stylistics. Another major branch in stylistics witnessed recently springs from the rise and growth of cognitive linguistics. So cognitive stylistics was influenced from cognitive linguistics, right? So for the cognitive statistician, the point of interest is the human cognition and its roles in the creation of meaning, because everybody has cognitions and everybody creates meaning out of his or her cognition. So cognitive stylistics, poetics fuses cognitive science, linguistics and literary theories in analysis, where meaning is seen as the product of text and the human conceptualization of it. So that equal importance is given to the text and the reader, and meaning is effect of the interaction between the text and the reader. So this is what we call cognitive stylistics. So in cognitive stylistics, equal importance is given to the text and the reader. What is in the text and what is in the mind of the reader, or how a reader perceives the text, right? How meanings are given to the text by the reader. So two things are important here. On the one side, we have the text, what is in the text, and on the other side, we have cognition, what is in the mind of the reader, right? So again, let me repeat that cognitive stylistics was influenced from cognitive linguistics, right? Another branch of stylistic we will discuss is corpus stylistics. Corpus stylistics has recently developed along with corpus linguistics. As we mentioned on earlier slide, that cognitive stylistics is the result of cognitive linguistics. Similarly, that corpus stylistics is the result of cognitive linguistics. So first came cognitive linguistics and then came corpus stylistics, right? So corpus stylistics was influenced from corpus linguistics. Corpus stylistics applies the method of modern corpus linguistics to analyze of large amount of literary text. So we have large amount of literary text and we analyze it through different softwares and fuses it with the major tenet of stylistics, and it is then included in stylistics. It is the same as we have corpus linguistics. But in corpus linguistics, we do not focus on the style of the author, while in corpus stylistics, we focus or we analyze a text to focus on the style of the writer. For example, if you want to know, you don't know about the author of some works, right? And you analyze it, and then you pick up any of the texts of Shakespeare and you compare, and you say that the text I analyze and on the other hand I have a text in my hand, they are same. So you came to the conclusion that this and this text are same, right? The style of the text I have in my hand and the style of the text I analyze are same. So corpus stylistic focuses on the style of an author or the style of a text, while corpus linguistics does not focus on the style of an author or the style of a text. So that is the difference, right? There is skepticism among some literary critics whether computer would handle the issue of literature or not. It's a problem or it's a question, right? Whether the computer will solve this problem, will handle this problem or not. So notwithstanding such criticism, corpus linguistic methods are increasingly acknowledged in stylistic today as a practical tool for handling large amount of text and identifying the style of particular text, author or genre. So for this purpose, corpus stylistic is used to identify the style of a particular author, of a particular text, or a particular genre. Right? So there is like, as I told you, the problem is there. It's a question whether the computer would handle the issue of literature or not. But like in modern times, or it is like one of the trending area in research, lot of people are taking this as a tool and they analyze a large amount of text. So in corpus stylistic, you won't require like one novel or two novels or three novels. You would require all novels of an author. You will require all novels of of the same text. Right? So it means that you will require like a large number of data, and then you will operate a software to identify the style of particular author, particular text, or particular genre. So thank you so much. It was all about pragmatic stylistics, cognitive stylistics, and corpus stylistics. In the next lecture, we will discuss multimodal, historical, formalist, structuralist, and affective stylistics. Don't forget to subscribe and like the channel, and please provide your valuable feedback. Thank you so much.